On Saturday, a military court gave its verdict in a trial over the murder of 2 UN experts in 2017. Judges sentenced to death 51 of the 54 accused, 22 of whom are fugitives and are being tried in absentia. A 10-year jail term was also handed and 2 acquittals. With regards to this defendant, the court states that it has established in fact as well as in law all the offences with which he is charged and consequently sentences him to death for criminal conspiracy, to death for participation in an insurrectionary movement, to death for terrorism, and to death for the war crime of murder. US citizen Michael Sharp and Zaida Catalan, a Swede, disappeared as they probed violence in the Kasai region. A fortnight after the pair went missing, they were found dead in the village in March 2017. Officially, militiamen close to local chief executed them, but the verdict leaves many questions unanswered. A new round of demonstrations took place in Sudan on Sunday. In Khartoum, or twin city Omdurman, 1,000 protesters called for the military to return in their barracks and let civilians rule the country. According to a medical group, at least 1 person was killed when security forces violently dispersed protesters. In other processions, people were beating drums and chanting anti-coup slogans when others carried photos of protesters reportedly slain by the police.
We don't like this government because we have some problems and troubles in Sudan, and we want to get Sudan in that good way and good government right now.
Protesters are denouncing an October military coup that plunged the country into turmoil. Ahead of Sunday's protest, authorities stepped up security and even sealed off central Khartoum, an area that has seen deadly clashes between security and protesters. In the months-long string of demonstrations, it is estimated that at least 78 people have died. On Saturday, Congolese Jean-Marc Kaboun was expelled from the president's party. He served as the leader of the Union for Democracy and Social Advancement since Félix Tshisekedi was sworn in as president of the Democratic Republic of Congo back in 2019. The Convention Démocratique, the highest body in the party, has decided to rule on the disciplinary inquiry that was aimed at Kaboun. His refusal to appear before a disciplinary commission amid accusations of swindle and extortion are some of the complaints recorded against him. Kaboun's oust from the party comes after weeks of growing cracks within President Tshisekedi's Union coalition. On Friday, January 14, Jean-Marc Kaboun advised of his intent to resign from his position as first Vice President of the National Assembly. It remains to be seen whether the Secretary General of the party will approve of the sanctions and, most importantly, if President Tshisekedi, who holds the position of moral authority in the party, will confirm the decision. Egypt sails into semi-finals. The February 3rd semi-final will give a feeling of déjà vu, and for good reason. The Cameroonian and Egyptian teams hold the most AFCON titles and often meet in knockout phase. If the Atlas Lions of Morocco scored first on Sunday, Mo Salah equalized for the Pharaohs, and it is finally during additional time that Egypt took the lead in the quarterfinals thanks to Mahmoud Hassan. The Egyptian player put a stop to Morocco's journey in the tournament and crushed their dream. The Atlas Lions last won the Africa Cup of Nations in 1976. Egypt will play Cameroon on Thursday at 7 p.m. GMT.
The president of Malawi has warned against corruption in the country. The warning was issued during a speech on Sunday to mark the swearing-in of the new government. Last week, President Lazarus Chakwera sacked 7 ministers over graft and corruption concerns.
Corruption comes in many forms, and the opportunities to succumb to it in this country abound. But you must resist it at every turn. Because if you do not follow the law will follow you. And if you think that I will use my office to save you from facing a law you have broken, then you are gravely mistaken. You are here to serve, not to rule or boast. Occupying high office is not a license to act high and mighty. The people of Malawi are your bosses, not your subjects.
Last December, one minister in government was arrested on allegations of having received bribes in exchange for land. Also last month, police in Malawi arrested a former finance minister, as well as an ex-central bank chief.